Living in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. That's right, we're talking about living in Walton County, right there on 30A. We're going to be talking about beach towns and what it's like to live in this area if you're considering moving down here for your primary or your secondary home. If that's you, stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore here in the beautiful Emerald Coast of Florida. If this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. If you are considering moving to this area, got some questions about it, we have a free relocation guide, no obligation. Go ahead into our description after this video and go ahead and get a free PDF of everything you need to know to relocate to this area. If that's not enough and you want to reach out to us directly, please do. My team is here 7 days a week. Give us a call, text, email, however you got to do it. We got your back. We're moving here to the beautiful Emerald Coast of Florida. Speaking of, let's get into Santa Rosa Beach and what it's like living here. So normally when people ask me about living in Santa Rosa Beach, they're talking about 30A, and that is that route that goes through one of the most luxurious parts of all of Northwest Florida. We're going to talk about all the beach towns and things that you can anticipate when moving to this area. Number one, we're going to start as we go from west to east. So the first town you're going to hit when you hit down 30A is going to be Dune Allen. Now, if you haven't been to Dune Allen before, not only does this area have beautiful beaches, that's right, everything's got that white sand beach with that just beautiful emerald colored water that cascades upon it, right? But it also has 5 coastal dune lakes throughout there, which is pretty cool. You've got the Allen, Campbell, you've got Morris, Oyster, and Stallworth that are there, plus miles of hiking trails throughout this area. If you love nature, this is truly a nature's lover's paradise in Dune Allen. So if you are moving here, I'm going to do this for every single one of these different areas to give you an idea what it costs to purchase a home in this area. So our median price for Dune Allen is going to be $932,000. Now that's a high all the way up to 8.9 mil and a low of 302,000. Okay, so let's continue down the street. And if you have gone down 30A, you can join me just driving down here. And next thing we're going to hit is going to be Gulf Place. When you come up on Gulf Place, you're immediately like, whoa, where did I just get into, right? Because it's got that quaint sort of beach town. It's very colorful. It's very casual. You're going to see a really good mix of the beach atmosphere, the shopping. They got this nice little plaza, shopping, dining, and of course art. That's a big thing that we're going to see throughout these different communities. Now you can check out, if you are into that, you can check out the Artists of Gulf Place, and there's a small collection of galleries that showcase the different art in the area, which is pretty cool. But really, when I think about that, not only the beach of this area and the shopping, I always think about the Gully Amphitheater. This is a really nice area. It has free concerts, live music, and just plenty of green space for you and the family just kind of, play around. It's really, really a nice area. So if you decide to purchase in this area, the median price is $919,000. That's a high all the way up to $10.5 million. Whew, and a low of $370,000. Moving on down, let's continue to hypothetically drive our, we'll say golf cart. I like that. Hypothetically drive our golf cart. Now we're heading down to Blue Mountain Beach. Mountain, right? So another kind of low-key area in 30A. You wouldn't notice if you were on it. There was not really a big city center for this one. That just kind of surprises you. So it's a pretty relaxed area, but it's really named from the blue lupine flowers that's in this area. Matter of fact, they call it the mountain because it's the highest elevation with its towering 65 feet mountain. 65 feet above mean sea level, right? Now there are some great eateries out here, great places to bike around. When I'm out there biking on my staycations here in the area, we usually stop to get ice cream. So there's some pretty good ice cream places here. The median price if you want to move into this is 1.07 mil. Now that's a high all the way up to 13.2 million and a low of 400,000. Okay, so let's continue the golf cart ride. Now we're going to hit Grayton Beach. I love Grayton Beach. for a variety of different reasons. It's probably because of the sort of laid back atmosphere you're going to get into it. A friend of mine referred to it as a luxury hippie style place. I don't know if that's true, but I could see where she's talking about. Most people will mention that it's kind of a free spirited folk with laid back attitudes, if that's the good description for it. You got some of the most beautiful beaches in our area is going to be located in the Grayton Beach area. It was actually noted as the most beautiful beach in America by Dr. Beach in their publication. There are great food, there's great drinks, there's great little bars inside of that, music, and so much more. So really this area is really good time. You've got the white picket fences throughout there, kind of the funky art you'll see throughout those areas. Just great dining, shopping, you name it. If you are going down here and you haven't gone here before, parking isn't all that great. So if you are going to come down, of course you can peruse through the town, but more than likely you're going to have to park up further up the street. They actually typically have a shuttle that will bring you back down and then bring you back up to your vehicle. Last I checked, it was free of charge, except, you know, you could probably tip them. It's pretty nice, right? And you could walk around this community. It's really great. All right, as we continue down and drive down into Watercolors, you're going to notice just this beautiful coastal lake as you go over the bridge. Now that coastal lake is the Western Lake, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a coastal lake throughout there. It's panoramic that you can take all of this in. And when you get into this area, it's kind of bumped up right next to Seaside. But when you get that, you're going to see lots of shops, eateries. The architecture is beautiful. This is another place to go walk, bike. There's biking trails. You can get into the back. There's actually another area and biking, hiking area. It's definitely worth a visit if you're coming through this area. They've got a couple of different events. The most notable ones that I can think of is the Blue Mountain Film Tour Festival that they have here. And of course, I also like the Harvest Wine and Food Festival as well. You know, it's really something to come into and a really popular event. Generally speaking, the Watercolor area offers a pretty relaxing kind of small town feel as you're going to get through most of these areas with upscale amenities and just the world-class beach that's sitting right there. If you are looking to purchase in this area, you're looking at a medium price of about $2 million. It's a high all the way up to 6.8 mil, low all the way down to 1.3 million. As you can see, as we work our way from west all the way to the eastern side, that the prices steadily start to increase. All right, let's go into Seaside. This is one of my personal favorite areas of all of 30A. Now, Seaside's been known for, you know, that pastel covered beach houses, the iconic whitewash post office that has been built out around this amphitheater with all the different shops. In front of that, we have all these food trucks with some really delicious food, probably not that good for you, but delicious food up there. Across the way, you're going to see some more shops and restaurants that lead right out into that most beautiful beach that they have out there. Matter of fact, this town was so picturesque that it was used for Jim Carrey's Truman Show, if you can remember that one. But it's absolutely gorgeous. A really fun time out there. There's just so much to do in Seaside, including the shopping, the eateries. Some of my favorite ones are there. That open air amphitheater, like I mentioned before, and just plenty of places too. If you'd like to have a couple of delicious libations outside the restaurants there, they're all throughout that area. Usually open air. It's just a gorgeous place to go. Now, if you are looking to purchase in this area, our median price here is around $3 million. It's a high up to $13 million and a low of $975,000. Okay, so as we continue down our road here, we're going to hit into Seagrove. Now, Seagrove is this vast area, which I'm going to call, in comparison to the quick jumps that we've been doing, all the way from down to the private community of Watersound and into Alys Beach. Now, Seagrove's just one of those nice, luxurious beach towns, very relaxed and quiet. It's got a real good collection that you'll see with the oak trees, magnolias, just really lush landscapes, a really quiet, peaceful beach area. If that's what you're looking for, these are the areas that you should be going to. There's really just a big mix of different boutiques, cafes, altogether just upbeat ambiance throughout this area. Now, as you head down the trail, there's a couple of different state parks in this area for you to go to. You've got Deer Lake State Park and Eastern Lake all along that bike trail. Now, if you are looking to move here, the median price is $990,000. That's a high up all the way up to 11.3 mil and a low of $220,000. But that thing was falling apart. Now, Watersound, you may just abruptly come up on this, mainly because it's a private community that really encompasses a lot of the all-American style colors, shapes, in the eastern seaboard town, right in South Walton Beaches. The scenery, though, is still absolutely breathtaking in this community. There's still plenty to do, plenty to see. If you decide to go into here, the median price to purchase is 1.1 mil. It's a high all the way up to 11 mil and a low of 650,000. Now, the next one is the most unique, I think, in my personal opinion, for the 38 area, and it's called Alys Beach. There's really nothing like this community. There just really isn't. As soon as you enter and you exit, you'll know that you've got in there and that you've exited as well. The architecture just reminds me of going out to the Mediterranean when I've been out in the different Greek villages, going on cruises and getting off in all these cool places. And when I was in the military, we'd go out and stationed in Europe and check some of these out. And just the whitewash, the architecture that was out there, just it was really cool, I guess. And this area takes that and it also puts an American luxury touch to it. So if you can imagine that, right? It's hard to explain if you haven't walked through these communities, but it also features on top of that 21-acre nature preserve. It's got an amphitheater back there. You've also got the shops, the neighborhood park, the tennis courts. And they also have this area that is one of the most elegant swimming pools and restaurants really in the entire world, the private club area for that. There's lots to do here, and all of it is designed to be really, really close by. So if you want to get in here, the median list price here is 3.7 mil. Now that's a high all the way up to 19.9 mil, although some of these homes could go for much, much more than that. And a low, the lowest I've seen in this area is 415,000. As we exit Alys Beach, here's where we get into the next community. And it's a little abrupt as you go in there. But now we have Seacrest. As we're going into Seacrest, it's really considered a casual upscale. All right, which really makes it easier for people to relax. I mean, in comparison coming out of Alys Beach. Like the town that we just were talking about, it still showcases the beautiful sugar white sand, beautiful turquoise water beaches. Like there's just nothing that takes away from that. There are in this area some really good eateries, places to shop. You still have the bike trail that just keeps on going. Now, if you enjoy beers like I do, one of the cool places to check out is the Beach and Brew 38. It's relatively new and there's a large variety of craft beers, unique wines all throughout there. Really chill place to hang out. If you decide to go here, we have a median price of 1.39 mil. Now that's a high all the way up to 13 mil and a low of 670,000. Okay, let's get into Rosemary Beach. So Rosemary Beach is second to last on this one as we go into here. You can't miss that you're in Rosemary Beach. People describe it as having some European influences throughout this area, and it really does. It does remind me of going through a good amount of Eastern Europe and having that architecture all through there. This entire town was designed for you to be able to walk. Like Europe, right? Be able to walk through all the main different shops and restaurants and things that you want to do. It was actually quoted as America's most romantic small towns. Kind of cool, right? And it's actually pretty lively. Going down there, you've got, of course, the brick sidewalks, the locally owned shops, boutiques, world-class dining. There's really some really good restaurants down there. Did I also mention it has some of the world-class beaches? That's right. The world-class beaches in the world. Yeah, we love our beaches here. All right, for the median price to move into this area, it's about 1.8 mil. That's a high all the way up to 24 million, at least what we've seen in the last 6 months, and a low, what we've seen as 279,000. All right, last but not least, this is still included in our 30A, is Inlet Beach. This is kind of that transition between the 38 luxury area into Panama City Beach, which is what it is, right? So as you go into Inlet Beach, we're gonna have this kind of comfortable, kind of cozy feel throughout here. It's where the old Florida beach town meets the new, is basically how I would describe that. The older architecture is going to meet the modern accommodations. What does that really mean? Cozy cottages with the options of the new restaurants, the high-end shopping boutiques, and really just a carefree environment. So if you're going here, let's grab our beach chair, sunscreen, and just hit the beach. Enjoy the day. If you decide to move into this community, our median price to purchase is 1.7 mil. Now that was a high all the way up to 14 mil and a low of 460,000. So there you go for the beach communities. A couple of things I want to hit on that other people have asked me about these areas. It's kind of lifestyle and amenities. So as we kind of look at the outdoor activity, the big attraction here is the beach lounging, the biking. Again, you could bike all of 30A. There's a trail and designated place for that. Big part is water sports, whether it's paddleboarding on the coastal dune lakes or getting out there on the water itself. You have access to all some world-class boating. Some different events, of course, we have music festivals, farmers markets, art shows. Some of the most notable events is the 30A Wine Festival. You also have the 30A Songwriters Festival, the Sparkling Wine and Holiday Festival, just to name a few. Right. Some of the family aspects that people want to know when they're moving into Walton County is, what do we have here? There are a ton of parks. Bring it up on Google. You could see and just look up parks in the 30A area, and you'll see them there's tons of them all over the place in green spaces. Really well kept as well. You also have community events that are going on all the time, even in the off season. And schools. Schools have been a top question that people have asked. Now, if you're looking in Walton County, here's what you've got. You've got the Van R. Butler Elementary, you've got Bay Elementary, you've got the Emerald Coast Middle School, Seaside School, you've got the South Walton High School, and Seacoast Collegiate High School. Now, these will range anywhere for school ratings from A- to an A+. So that's really all we have for you for living in Santa Rosa Beach, and we'll talk about the beachfront version of that. If you have any questions or anything else beyond what you've heard today, please leave it in the comments below. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. Please try to keep it positive, but I love hearing from you. If you do want a hand for that relocation guide, it is free PDF version for you. Just hit the website here below. If you can't wait and you want to ask a question for us, please, we're here 7 days a week. Call us during the day and we'll be able to, myself or one of our team members will be able to answer your questions, get you set up with one of our area experts, and help you on your journey to purchase. So feel free to give us a call, text, email, whatever you got to do. We got your back with moving here in Santa Rosa County or all of the Emerald Coast in the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area. So again, my name's Tim Whittemore. I'm here with the Whittemore Group at LPT Realty. We'll see you in our next video. Take care.